Hey guys, this is Julia Pierce with Plumline Productions, and this is part 2 to the Muscogee County Jail repairs and payment issues. And just as a high-level summary of where we're picking up, I told you guys how in 2019 emergency repairs were requested by the city manager and approved by council with the knowledge of the mayor, and those repairs to the jail for mold and plumbing issues commenced. Those commenced in the North Tower and then proceeded to finish at the South Tower of the jail in 2021 and 2022. So the narrative that we have been given is that Greg Countryman, who is the current sheriff, inherited all of these issues. And I showed you guys briefly that there were things that were already done before he took office and happened during his first year into his second year of office. And from what all of the documentation shows, those repairs were paid for in full, which was like $1 million and some change, and that they were signed off as being satisfactorily completed. So I'm going to show you how the checks were written. I don't have all of them again, and I explained that in the first video. And I'm going to be showing you the anomalies that I found as I searched through those document pieces and why they present some question. So here is the invoice and the check for the August 7th, 2019 payment to CT Bone, and you'll see it signed by Angelica. Here is the September 12th, 2019 invoice and payment. Here is the October 2019 invoice and payment. Here is the November 2019 invoice and payment. Here is the August 2020 invoice and payment. And the September 2020 invoice and payment, the October 2020 invoice and payment, the November 2020 invoice and payment, December 2020 invoice and payment. Here is the August 2021 payment, and then we finish off with the January 2022 payment. Now, I want you guys to remember in the previous video that I mentioned that I was not provided all of the documentation, and I was told that 2019 documentation that they had was provided to me and the rest of it was basically discarded, which that doesn't justify why I'm missing 2020, 2021, and 2022 documents. I also indicated the worksheet in Excel that I had documented all the invoices, payments, the dates that they were made, and the totals that I had versus what I was missing. So in the packet of all of these return documents for each of these payments, it actually has this sheet with most of them. And it just indicates that payment was made to CT Bone, and Terry Sizemore was the originator of these requests, where Donna Newman was the one that approved it from the engineering department. Pay attention to how Donna signs this, where it says, "I hereby certify that the material or services above specified have been received, inspected, and found satisfactory for the purpose for which they were purchased." And this is pretty common to go along with those as well. I just chose the last one from the document that I had that just shows again that Andrea McCorvey, the purchasing manager, signs off on the payment. It was requested by Donna Newman from the Department of Engineering on emergency from the city manager for those repairs, and it also indicates when that specific one was ordered. But it also just really wanted to show you guys that this is another person that's involved with this anomaly. And then here is where I took this spreadsheet that was as of August 2019 under Donna Tompkins. And you can see that 100% of many of the repairs were already made. And so it's not really feasible or appropriate or even accurate for Greg Countryman to say that he inherited these issues, unless these repairs weren't actually made, as I suspect, and he may just be trying to lie to us. And I've seen this a lot, where a lot of times we're told that something is taking place with our money and then something else is going on. But you'll see that 100% repair was done to the stockade floor, and then also to the shower stockade, and then there were partial repairs done to the jail showers, and down at the bottom you see some shower ceiling repair and plumbing. But what I found was interesting is it says 100% plumbing was completed there. Okay, so here is where I was telling you guys in the previous video that I was intrigued that this was signed by Elaine Bone, which is the daughter-in-law of C.T. Bone. And it looks like the son of C.T. Bone, William, signed this. But this is money that's being received to this company, and she is notarizing her own documentation. Again, I don't know the ins and outs, but according to the Georgia Notary's website, this is a no-no. And this is where I pulled that from. It says you cannot notarize anything that has your name or signature on it, nor can you notarize anything that you would benefit from. Okay, so you guys also heard me talk in the first video about how a lot of people have been reviewing this email, and this is true to form for many of my emails. I have the tracking from Google Streak engaged in my emails, and so I just find it interesting that I sent this email originally to only one person, which was Angelica with the finance department, and then it was included for Tyler Cashball, which is working on behalf of the city attorney, and then the paralegal, which was Marcia. But tell me how 209 people as of this morning when I took the screenshot are reviewing my email thread, and why there are that many people that are needed. And I know you can't see that here, but there are people from all over the nation viewing this email. And I get it, some of those might be using VPNs, but I do know some of these people are legitimately from the states that they're in, as I've seen this in a lot of my previous surveillance of those people viewing my emails. Okay, so what really is frustrating to me, and maybe to you too, is that it was just released by the Muscogee Muckraker that now the city is wanting to charge possibly $250 million to make repairs to the jail for all of these mold and plumbing issues, which should have already been done, and we've already paid $1 million for those things to be done. So why are we having to pay more if they were already done? So I want to make sure to call out and give credit where credit is due for all of the people that you will be able to see if you look through all my evidence here and in the previous video. And they're in no certain order. Angelica Alexander, Andrea McCorvey, Donna Newman, Terry Osborne, Bruce Huff, Judy Thomas, Counselor Thompson, Woodson, Tucker, Allen, Barnes, Crabb, Davis, Garrett, and House, Tyler Cashball, Clifton Fay, Marcia, Drayle Short, Pam Hott, Donna Tompkins, Greg Countryman, and we can't forget Isaiah Hughley and Mayor Skip Henderson. Now, there probably are other people involved, but this is all I found in the documents that I have gathered. So I think it's fair to say that something is not right. And I know that I don't live in the city right now, but my taxes have been used for these alleged repairs. And I don't think it's fair to the inmates or the officers who have had to endure these mold issues. Here were the results of the recent investigation for all of the mold. And this says Stachybotrys and Memnomiella are some of the species to be considered an issue at this level. Make sure to follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, and y'all let me know what you think.